Hey guys, Greg Denning. I have a question I want to ask that I've asked a lot of people. If you were to die today, what would be your top regrets? Let me think through that. If you were going to die today, what would you regret the most? Now, as I have asked audiences that question and let them kind of think through that and say, what is it that really matters to me? It's amazing how that perspective automatically puts things in a sense of priority and importance. The vast majority of the people that I've asked said, I wish I would have served more and had a more positive impact. I wish I would have helped more people. That's the number one answer. Number two is I wish I would have worked on and improved my important relationships. Isn't that fascinating? How just with one little question in 60 seconds, we go, boom, I want to serve more, help more, and connect more with these important relationships. And I love that. Maybe you're sensing that too. That, boy, if it were to be all over today, oh, what would I have done better? And honestly, however you answered that is really what you need to be working on now. There's no surprise there, right? There's no shock. If you would feel regret for not having done that if you were to die today, then those are the things you need to start working on. Let me share some quotes by Viktor Frankl from his excellent book, Man's Search for Meaning. He said, striving to find meaning in one's life is the primary motivational force in man. It's the primary motivational force. It's what drives us and propels us forward. If we foster it and feed it, it's what really gives us motivation and drive to make a difference, to live meaningful lives. He says this meaning is unique and specific, and it must and can only be fulfilled by him or her alone, right? It's very individual, it's very specific, and it's very special and powerful. Do you have your meaning yet? Do you know what yours is? If not, I challenge you to find it. If you do, if you have an idea what it is, I challenge you to work on it. Every week, work on it. Oh, get excited about it. Let your alarm clock turn into an opportunity clock where you wake up excited to make a difference, to live meaningfully. He continues. He said there is a detrimental influence of which so many patients, and he was a psychotherapist, so many patients complain today, namely, he says, the feeling of total and ultimate meaninglessness of their lives. They had no purpose. They had no meaning. They spent their lives doing frivolous, frothy things, and so they felt empty and they felt drained. And so in the greatest time in the history of the world, I believe that. We live in such an incredible time. So many opportunities. And people are living, like Thoreau said, lives of lives of quiet desperation. Ah, oh, it's so sad. And yet, how many of us are spending our days and therefore our lives? Remember, our lives are just the sum total of our days. How many of us are spending our days doing pretty meaningless stuff? Do you? Are you consistently spending or wasting time doing things that really don't matter that much? Video games, TV, movies, surfing the net, social media, pornography, just mindless music, hanging out all the time, weak, meaningless conversations, or worse yet, gossip or cynicism or criticism, idle time or thoughts or actions. Days pass, and then weeks, and then years, and even decades pass. And what have you done that really matters? Now, I'm not here to make you feel bad. I'm not here to right, and make you bring up misery or torture you. But I'm just reminding you, and me, we've got to live meaningful lives. Find meaning. Ask yourself, seriously, if I were to die today, what would I regret? And it's going to give you a perspective. about things that really matter, and make a plan. Seriously, stop the video when you're done with it. Get a piece of paper out and write down a clear plan of how you can live more meaningfully each day, each week, each month, each year, and how you can measure that. Okay? What will you begin doing today to have more meaning? Take the time and effort to answer that question. What will you begin doing today to have more meaning? How will you inspire your friends and your family to lead more meaningful lives? Because this isn't just about just you. We want to lead out, set that example, but inspire those around us to do the same thing. Think of the effect that would have in the world if each of us could inspire a few others to live more meaningful lives. Oh, one just little suggestion I want to throw out is someone's called acts of random kindness, right? Just do nice things. Smile, compliment, leave kind notes. Help somebody with their groceries. Buy a gift for someone. Leave a gift on someone's doorstep. Go visit someone who's alone or hurting. If you notice somebody's kind of outcast or feeling kind of like a stranger, reach out to them, right? Help others feel great. I promise this will make such an incredible impact in your life. Ask better questions of people. Have better conversations. Take all your activities, whatever you do, and say, how can I upgrade this? How can I take this to the next level and live a more meaningful life? I promise this will greatly bless your life. You'll love it. And your life will feel so much richer, so much fuller, and so much more meaningful. Reach upward.